Hi, welcome to the assembly video for the pocket operator case that is available from MGG Goods. If you don't know what a pocket operator is, it's one of these. There's a whole bunch of different ones, but they're generally kind of a synthesizer, drum machine, sampler. It depends which one you get. But this one's the Mega Man version, and it plays my favorite songs from my favorite game when I was a kid. Anyways, enough of that. I recently got into them, and they're super fun, and lots of fun with for adults and kids. And having just the PCB is kind of it's not really that durable and safe, especially with the exposed batteries and all the other contacts kind of exposed. So I went ahead and developed a kit for putting together a protective case for it, and might as well make it cool. So this is all that you're going to get in the parts for the kit. It's a lot of parts. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. It's just the way that the product developed and revealed itself. So we're going to go ahead and put it together. I'm going to try and give you some tips as we go along, just because it is a kind of a difficult assembly. But if you treat it as a project and have fun with it, yeah, let's go from here. So let's start with the back plate. The back plate has a feature that's cut out in the bottom here, and that is to correspond with some of the contacts on the bottom of the pocket operator. So that's a relief for that. Also, that's really important because there's some relief on top here for some of the contacts on the LCD screen. So when that gets set, that should sit perfectly flat like that. But we're just going to work with this back plate for now. So with the back plate, the back facing you, you're going to take your couple of 10 millimeter M3 screws, thread it through this the rubber foot there. Take one of the M3 standoffs that's also 6 millimeters long, and we're going to thread it through, and it should grab a couple threads. I should make note that this is a 2 millimeter screw head, so you'll need a 2 millimeter wrench or a hex key. So that's pretty easy. So it takes a little bit of doing here. And we're going to take one of these, thread this through, and you'll see the rubber foot kind of depress a little bit and deform, just so it's squished out. That is the assembly for that. You want to make sure that the one of the flats of the hex is facing inwards. That's really important because that's how the pocket operator slides in there. So once these are in, these are probably the hardest ones because you have to position the hex the right way. The rest of them go in pretty easily. You're going to take one of the 6 millimeter M3 screws, and you're going to take the standoff and loosely put it on. Don't tighten it all the way so that you can position it again with the flats facing at right angles. Okay, and that's bottom. And the bottom one, we're gonna do the same thing here. The hex, not too tight. It's easier to tighten them later. Should put this down. Okay, so once all of those are installed, you'll see how this one fits in here. This is the pocket operator factory. It should just slide right in like so. Great. So that works. So we're going to take there's two more plates. There's a positioning plate and then there's a top plate. The positioning plate has square holes so the buttons can be positioned, and then the top plate has a protective area for the LCD screen. So these correspond, this large cutout here corresponds to the knobs on the side. This is loose, but kind of, it should be snug because it fits around the LCD screen quite snugly. And then there's a whole bunch of buttons here that are available. So I'm going to use some clear buttons, a red button, some gray buttons, white buttons and black buttons. Before we do that, we're going to slide on the lanyard and the spacers for the bottom. So these are like that. And these little wings are kind of the filler as well. So these slide right on top of those hex standoffs. I should note that these plexiglass pieces ship with a protective coating on top. Just use your fingernails and you can peel them right off. Okay, let's go back to doing that. Let's retake this. So we're gonna slide this back on and it's gonna be snug and it's gonna be like supported all the way around. And then the square holes are where these buttons go. And I've already positioned these buttons so that they're in the positions I want. So we're gonna make this really fast here. Now, if this is a bit finicky for you, you can probably use some right angle tweezers. You're pretty nimble fingers, so it's not too bad. And then we're gonna take the top piece and it should just slide right on top, like so. Okay, and then we're gonna take the remaining screws, which are 8mm M3 screws, and then going to tighten these down. If that one won't go for some reason. There we go. Okay, so once that's all right, you can go ahead and tighten the back pieces, the back screws into position. And that's it right now. And then I've also provided these little bit of rubber feet here, which should be positioned on the corners. Ooh, bam, bam. And we're ready to go. So that's the pocket operator protective case from Metro Grade Goods. And let's just play you guys out here. Thanks for watching.